Welcome to class today. Today we're looking at Life Science Standard 8.2. Every organism alive today comes from a long line of ancestors who have reproduced successfully every generation. Today you need to complete activity 2C, sexual and asexual reproduction, foldable, and you'll want to use your SciGuide page 21, 20 and 21 to answer those questions. You need to list one disadvantage for both sexual and asexual reproduction and justify your reasoning. A disadvantage of sexual reproduction is that it requires two individuals most of the time for that to happen, and it takes longer, and you can pass on bad traits. A disadvantage for sexual reproduction is that you, again, can pass on bad traits and that it does not adapt well to changing environments. So that would be disadvantage. These two organisms here, the redwood tree and aphid, actually reproduce asexually and sexually. Aphids reproduce asexually during the growing season, where there are plants, and aphids are really tiny bugs that suck the film out of trees and out of plants, and that is real sugary, and they eat so much of that sugar that they actually poop syrup. And so other bugs really like those. Other insects really like those. So they have so many of them so that they can stay alive. So they reproduce asexually, and they actually reproduce babies, female babies that are already pregnant, and within a week they're able to reproduce more babies, and they can reproduce 12 nymphs, which are babies, live per day. And then those babies are able to start reproducing within a week, and they can make 12 a day. And so quickly the culture will expand and grow. Then they need to reproduce sexually at the end of the growing season. When the plant starts to die, the female will give birth to some male aphids, and then they will reproduce, and they will reproduce eggs that then will last throughout the fertilized eggs that will last through the winter season until it is springtime, and they're able to grow and then attack those or live off of those plants that have grown. And then a redwood tree can reproduce asexually and sexually. It'll drop millions of seeds, which would be the sexual reproduction, and about 1 out of 1,000,000 of those actually grow into a redwood. And then also when a redwood goes through stress, so it's getting burnt or there's a drought, it'll actually sprout a asexual reproduction of itself as a form of another tree right out of the same trunk. So the Throwback Thursday question right here is point 1, what is happening? You should have said B, folding. You have folding mountains occurring. Here are some common misconceptions that are not true. Make sure you look over these and you can justify why these statements are not true. You'll take your level 1 assessment, your level 2 assessment tomorrow on species survival in grade cam. Have a great day. I hope you're doing well. Subscribe and like. Everything matters. See ya.